The title of my talk is Mechanizing the CMP Abstraction for Parameter Verification. My name is Yongjian. This is a joint work with Bohua, Zhan, and Zhan. This is the outline of our work. First is the brief introduction to CMP and our motivations and our contribution, and the syntax and the semantics, and the symmetry, and the guard stringing, and the parameter abstraction in CMP method. And the last two one is the tools and our experiment. The last one is our conclusion and future work. What is CMP? CMP is an abstraction technique for parameterized verification for protocols. As the figure shows, the origin protocol model has n nodes. The right is the abstraction protocol mode. In the abstraction model, only the m nodes in the origin protocol model are returned. And the other nodes from m+1 to n is abstracted into a single node and other in the abstraction protocol model. This is the workflow of in CMP abstraction. It is a typical abstraction refinement process. First, we do an initial abstraction and then model checking the abstraction model. If there's a counterexample, we will find a ruler for CMP abstraction refinement. If the ruler exists, we will analyze it by hand, this ruler, the counterexample, and finding auxiliary invariants to strengthen the guard of the guard of R, and then abstract the strengthened ruler, and then make a new abstraction model, and then model checking, and a new round of abstraction refinement. To work out a correct abstraction model, we need rounds of abstraction refinement. This page is a text introduction of CMP. Our motivations. Now, formalization of the CMP abstraction is still absent. No formalization of CMP. And most applications of CMP are conducted informally by hand, and it is prone to error. Our contribution is formalizing the CMP in Isabelle, and we give us syntax-directed procedures for abstraction and strengthening. And we also implement a tool, AutoCMP, for carrying out CMP. And we also do some case studies, including an industry scale cache coherence protocol, the Stanford Flash protocol. The last one is the syntax and the semantics for specifying a protocol. A protocol, the first one is a constant, the second one is the variable, and then the expression, formula, statement, and a ruler. A protocol is just a pile of initial state and the ruler side. And as usual, we can define a reachable states of a protocol instance by inductively, and we can get the concept of reachable state set. And an invariant of a protocol is denoted as follows, meaning that all state in the reachable state satisfy the formula, the invariant formula. We use a simple mutual exclusion protocol to illustrate the above concept. There are two guided choice rulers. There is the translation rulers of the protocol model, and there's the two formula to specify the initial state, and this is the parameterized protocol, and our requirement or our problem is to prove the invariant, the mutual exclusion invariant hold for the parameterized protocol model. This formula means that if a node in the critical section, then the other node can't be in the critical section. And now we introduce the symmetry by the actions of permutations. This is the syntax guided definition of the permutations on the constants, variable names, and expressions, formulas, and statements. And we also can define the permutations on states. Based on the definition, we can define the symmetric parameterized formulas, statements, and protocols. If a protocol is symmetric, we can use a lemma of symmetry reduction. Means we can also use the example. The mutual exclusion protocol defined in above is symmetry. By the symmetry reduction, we need if we need prove the parameterized invariant, we only need prove the following: a much simple complete formula. After introducing symmetry, we define the guided strengthening of a ruler. We define two kinds of strengthening. The first one is simple. We just add an invariant formula. An invariant formula is of the implication formula. We can simply add the formula into the guard of the ruler. This is this one is simple. The second guard strengthening, we can add the conclusion of the invariant into the guarded of the ruler. If the guard can imply the antecedent of the invariant. We also use the learning example to show if we give this invariant, we can construct a strengthened ruler. The strengthened ruler is this one, STII 等于 is equal E is the original guard of the ruler, and the right one is the strengthened parts added from the conclusion of the auxiliary invariant, and the action is also the same. So after strengthening the ruler, we get a middle ruler or a reference ruler of this strengthened protocol. This one has the same initial specification, and one or two rulers is strengthened by the auxiliary invariant. The most important, we can for strengthening, we have a correctness lemma. This means that if F is an invariant of the strengthened protocol, then F is also the invariant of the original protocol. This means the two protocols, the original parameterized protocol and the strengthened one, has the same reachable state. After define strengthening, we can define the abstraction. The CMP abstraction is rather complex. We list three principles. The abstraction should be fine-grained. The abstraction should be syntax guided. And the abstraction should be sound. We use an example to show how to obtain the three principles. For how to abstract x is not equal to y, if x and y are of Boolean variables, x is not equal to 1 can be directly abstracted into x is not equal to 1. But x1 are of index x. This one should be abstracted into Chou. We have to make a consecutive abstraction. So different types decide different abstraction result, and especially we should pay attention to the negation of a formula, which we introduce the safe conditions of a formula. This is the abstraction with a simple type system, and we also introduce the safe conditions for abstraction. These are the syntax-guided abstraction definitions: abstraction of expressions, abstraction of formulas. Especially if we need to define the abstraction of negation, it must be guaranteed that the formula f is a safe form. This is a safe conditions. When we do abstraction on statements, also we propose the concept of well-formedness of the statement. Our abstraction on statements is only for the well-formed statement. We also define the abstraction of statements. There is also some abstraction rulers. The third one, our abstraction should be sound. The soundness is illustrated by the commutation graph of the abstraction matrix. This means that in the original protocol model, if S is going to S prime, then it is in the counterpart of the abstraction model. The abstraction of S should also reach the abstraction of the state S prime. This is the communicate S to S prime and S to ABS and ABS to the ABS prime. We also use the long example to show how the abstraction result of the abstraction result of the mutual exclusion protocol. For the two For the four rulers, we use the abstraction of the rulers to function on them, and then get the abstraction protocol. The last one, we introduce two kinds of invariants. It has in the parameterized model, we use the stringent form, and in the abstraction model, we use an observation formula. The definition is as shown in the definition. It is rather complex, and the last one is the main theorem of the CMP. It proves the soundness of the CMP method. It is quite complex, and we also use the long example to show how we can prove the correctness of the mutual exclusion protocol. We can construct two kinds of auxiliary invariants. They have two versions. The first one is the stringent form for the used in the parameterized model, and the second is for the observation. This is used in the abstraction model. Usually, we observe that the observation invariant is correct in the abstraction model. Then their counterpart, the stringent invariant, is also correct in the original parameterized model. So usually we can use a model check to check the abstraction model. This section is on our implementation of our theory and tool and case studies. First one, we formalization all the theory, and then we develop a tool. This is the framework of our tool. It is combine model checking, abstraction, and theory proving. Our work make the fifth part, the CMP abstraction is for automatically. The three sides is the Isabelle theory. Automatically generated theorem from AutoCMP. We also evaluation our tools. It is much automatic than the tools of the state art. We also can prove the flash protocol formally. We have found two mistakes in the previous CMP work of Chou in Intel. The last one is the conclusion. We think formalization of CMP is quite difficult. It is difficult proposed about 20 years ago. We formalized CMP theory in Isabelle for the first time. The future work is we also extending the formalization to handle more complex cache coherence protocol. We also want to link our work with the automatic invariant finder in the future. That's all. Thanks for your attention.
Thanks for the talk. I was just wondering, do you have any intuition on, in this particular domain, what the challenges for invariant synthesis would be?
I beg your pardon.
Oh, just for this particular problem, what makes finding invariants hard? Relative, especially like if you can give some contrast with other domains.
Because the formalization of the syntax guided rule, the formalization is quite difficult because it needs propose many set conditions such as the safe conditions and the well-formedness of the statement. We must place the syntax constraint to make the semantic formalized. So I think it is quite.
Thank you.